Each week, the Xfinity Editors pick the TV show, movie, or special event they are most excited about right now. This week, we kick things off with our very own Xfinity music editor, Quam. Quam, which premiere are you looking forward to?
Thank you so much, David. And do y'all remember that 2000 stop-motion animated movie, Chicken Run? Well, 23 years later, they finally decided to make a sequel. Chicken Run, Dawn of the Nugget comes to Netflix this week on December 15th. Let's take a look at the trailer.
This time, we're breaking in.
It's an impossible mission. Fire. Only the small matter of this electric fence. The camera-driven gun-toting moles. And the laser-guided exploding ducks. Huh? That place is impenetrable.
Yeah, and you can't get in neither.
Okay, everyone. It's go time.
It's all right. I went before we left.
Beautiful. Just simply beautiful. Dawn of the Nugget sees Ginger, played by, and I pray I'm not going to butcher her name, Thwandy Newton from the original Chicken Run movie. She wasn't in the original movie, but Ginger was the original character. They go on a mission to infiltrate an industrial chicken farm after her only chick, played by Bella Ramsey, gets locked up. I know David loves Bella Ramsey after he got a chance to talk to her. I know I might not be the core target audience for this movie, but I love the original Chicken Run movie. Granted, I haven't seen it in God knows how long, but I know that I loved it. And so it's only right that I watch the long overdue sequel. And who doesn't like a good children's movie that kind of like riffs on other culturally significant movies and TV shows? I don't know if you can tell, but it's like kind of playing tongue-in-cheek or tongue-in-beak with the Mission Impossible film franchise, which also features can someone help me with her name? Is it Thwandy?
It's Tandy.
Tandy. Wow, I was way off. Oh God, Tandy, if you see this, I apologize deeply. She was also in the Mission Impossible series, so it's kind of fitting. And yeah, I'm all in on this movie. Thoughts, feelings? Do you all like chicken nuggets?
Yes. I do have a question. Is Mel Gibson coming back?
Oh,
he is not coming back. But that's for better or for worse. He is not returning.
I wonder why.
Yeah, what's happening?
I think you are the target audience for this. I don't think this is necessarily a kids movie. I mean, a lot of people really love Chicken Run, and I think isn't it the same people who did like Wallace and Gromit? Isn't this all in the same? And that's definitely like everyone loves Wallace and Gromit. It's interesting. Tandy Newton's daughter was in The Last of Us, as was Bella Ramsey. So there's a lot of
interconnection,
similar DNA there.
Oh, I love that.
I will absolutely watch this. I love an animated movie, and I even love like this claymation look even better.
Yeah, and I have to know why they're sneaking back in. You know, what's the whole premise?
Yeah,
that's the whole premise. You mean what's the old saying? You get back out, and they pull you back in. Quote, but whatever.
Yeah.
Just when I thought I was out, they pull me back in. You were close.
David's my encyclopedia for just random references.
That's true. Thank you, Quam. Nicole, what is the premiere you are most looking forward to?
All right. So I am very much looking forward to Priscilla, available to rent or own on December 15th. So this is a dramatic biography about Priscilla Presley meeting Elvis and their life together, starring Kaylee Spaney, Jacob Elordi, and directed by Sofia Coppola. Let's take a look at the clip.
What are the kids listening to these days?
Bobby Darin, Fabian, and you.
Just what is the intent here, Mr. Presley? You got women throwing themselves at you. Why my daughter?
Well, sir, I happen to be very fond of your daughter. She's much more mature than her age.
21!
22. That's 22. You don't have to worry about it. Black hair and more eye makeup.
don't know if I like it.
What do you mean you don't know if you like it?
He's not like you imagine. You know, there's a lot of rumors about you.
Was there something you're hiding?
I don't have a goddamn thing to hide. I need a woman who understands that things like this might happen. Are you gonna be here or not?
So I was able to see this at the New York Film Fest, and it was certainly unexpected. Like most of the world, I enjoy Elvis's music, his movies. I love the Elvis biopic from last year. You know, I've even been to Graceland, but this is something completely different, and I do tend to warn Elvis fans about it. It's obviously told through Priscilla's perspective, and it's not all the happiness and glamour you'd expect. Her main purpose was to support Elvis, even when he didn't quite support her. She, you know, she was lonely and vulnerable, living in her gilded cage, aka Graceland, all while trying to find herself in the process. It was certainly compelling and a little sad, to be honest. But on a lighter note, you know, the makeup, the hair, the costumes, the set design were just phenomenal. So if the storyline isn't enough, the production value will definitely pull you in. It's definitely got some Oscar potential, in my opinion. But Kwam, as the music editor, what are your thoughts?
I had no idea about this story. I didn't know I needed a movie about Elvis's wife. And so just goes to show that anyone's movie or anyone's life can be a movie just in the hands of the right director. But no, like I said, I didn't know anything about Elvis's wife. I am not the biggest Elvis fan. So, you know, I'm not like too familiar with the intricacies of his relationships. But off the trailer alone, it definitely seems like it's because the trailer had me in the first half. It had me in the first half, and then it kind of flipped the whole script, you know, midway through, and I didn't know there was kind of the dark side to Elvis in regards to his relationship with his wife. So it definitely looks like a movie I would be interested in watching.
Yeah, it's interesting. It's sparked a little bit of controversy because Lisa Marie Presley, before her death, voiced her objection to this film to director Sofia Coppola, saying that she didn't like the light that it painted her father in, saying that he comes off as being predatory, which, like, maybe he was a little bit. But it is based on Priscilla Presley's memoir. Like, it's coming, like, I mean, Lisa Marie was just a toddler, just a kid when he died. So, I mean, I would think that Priscilla would know a little better the dynamics of the relationship and what it was like living in that time. Not to say that Lisa Marie isn't entitled to her objections to it, but it is interesting, you know. And I respect Sofia Coppola a lot and like her movies as a director. So I'm very fascinated to see this, and will.
Cool. Yeah, I agree about the whole Priscilla thing. You know, it did come from her, so I hate to I hate that I believe it, you know, but you have to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you, Nicole. Let us move on to my pick. And the thing I'm most excited about right now is Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny, which is available to stream right now on Disney+. Let's take a quick look at the trailer.
I'm retiring.
Well, in that case, what are we drinking?
Same for the goddaughter.
Dad told me you found something on a train during the war. A dial that could change the course of history.
Why are you chasing the thing that drove your father crazy?
Don't move.
We need to get out of here.
Stop!
Sorry.
Helena!
Dr. Jones, get him.
When Indiana Jones and the Kingdom of the Crystal Skull was announced in 2007, indie fans were ecstatic about a new era of their beloved whip crapping. Oh, Lord. That's great. whip-cracking archaeologist. And then a year later, the movie premiered, and it was whip-crapping. In fact, it was terrible. Now, 15 years later, Disney, Steven Spielberg, and Harrison Ford had one last chance to give Dr. Jones the dignified farewell he deserves, and they didn't disappoint, in my opinion. Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny catches up with Indy in 1969, where he teams up with his goddaughter, played by Fleabag star Phoebe Waller-Bridge, to hunt down an ancient Greek relic with the power to travel through time. For me, this movie had all the elements of a classic Indiana Jones adventure, including an adult woman sidekick akin to Karen Allen and Kate Capshaw's characters in previous films, a child sidekick not unlike Ke Huy Quan's iconic Short Round, exciting European and Middle Eastern locations, cameos from oddball associates, a despicable Nazi antagonist, and an ancient relic that has nothing to do with aliens. This movie is fun, it's funny, action-packed, full of nostalgia, and delivers on all the right emotional beats just in case this truly is Indy's last ride. If you love Indiana Jones and were maybe scared away from this film because of Shia LaBeouf and Crystal Skull, give it a shot because I think you'll be pleasantly surprised. Nicole, I know you saw it. What do you think?
You know, I am a big Indy fan. I have cosplayed as him, I will admit. But I didn't love this as much as I wanted to. I mean, it had all the elements for a good movie. Like you said, all these great characters, these plot lines, drawing back to the original. Obviously, I'm not going to ruin anything, but I don't know. Indy wasn't the same for me. He wasn't his charming, fun, adventurous self. You know, he was just like this crotchety old man set in his ways. And I get it, you know, life happens, life is hard, and things have happened to him, but I don't know, maybe that's what stopped me, and I was refraining from enjoying the rest of the movie, but liked it, didn't love it, I'll say that.
And I don't disagree with you. We literally just had this conversation last week. It's like going to play ball with your grandfather, and he can't throw the football very far anymore. Like how sad that is when Grampy can't get the ball all the way to you. Like that's what it's like watching Indy. But I had the ball, the like bar was set so far, or set so low with Crystal Skull that there was nowhere to go but up. And just in the interest of being like totally transparent in my feelings, they, as you saw in the trailer, they de-age Harrison Ford for this movie. It is the absolute worst example of that technology ever in the history of filmmaking. It does not work. It's officially dead with this movie. It looks great when he's not moving, but when he's moving, like the face doesn't shift the right way. And Indy is running and the face is just kind of like not working right. And then he talks and it's the face of a 40-year-old man with the voice of an 80-year-old man. He's like, oh, we gotta get the relic. Like, and you're like, what happened? Why wouldn't you de-age his voice too? I know it sounds like now I'm saying I didn't like this movie. I liked it a lot. I stand by everything I said, but it's not perfect. Like you're never gonna recapture the Indiana Jones of 1984.
Never, yeah.
Well, Dave, you sold me on watching this film. Well, I just think it's hilarious. To your point of, you know, a 70-year-old Harrison Ford just running through these towns and fighting off bad guys at the age of, like, just imagine, like you said, your grandpa getting into a fist fight with you, and you're just like, bro, are you serious right now? Like, or trying to outrun you in a foot race. It's like, you
never see Harrison Ford running. You just see him arrive. Like he goes like this, and it cuts, and he's like, oh, here I am. And you're like, I know you didn't run all the way down that street. Like, you can't do that anymore.
No.
Who knows? AI might have changed Harrison Ford's abilities. You never know.
You know, this is a good one for the holidays when you have family around. It is a good, like, Christmas Day, like we're done watching Christmas Story, like let's put on something fun everyone can enjoy. This is that perfect movie.
Yeah, I'll agree to that.
Maybe
Way to put a nice bow on that.
Yeah, perfect. Check out all the TV shows and the movies we just discussed and so much more simply by saying what to watch into your Xfinity voice remote right now.